What's good, Master Manifestors? I'm Cam, and this is Goddesszilla, where we say on the regular, fuck the 3D, there's just big me. We like to keep things simple and truthful when it comes to conscious selection of our realities. I am the solution and the proof, and so are you, so claim it. Today's question is, what have you been assuming? And if you take a moment to really sit and think, what have I been assuming? If anything comes remotely close to equaling unlucky, I want you to know you are not unlucky. You've just been loyal to a combination of old beliefs and stories that do not match, nor do they serve the version of you are consciously choosing to be. Now, how much you're choosing? Only you can answer that. When shit pops off in the 3D, are you reacting? Or are you choosing, you know what? It doesn't matter what that looks like. This is what I know to be true about this whole situation. And if you're not doing that, and that's okay if you're not, don't beat yourself up. Hopefully at the end of this, the seed will be planted and you will start to do this with yourself because there is only you. But how do you know the old stories and the old beliefs that you've been loyal to? How do you know they don't serve you anymore? Here's a clue. If you're feeling, quote unquote, uncomfortable in your skin, or you find yourself getting irritable interacting with certain people who, at another point in time, you used to easily flow in conversations with them. But now it doesn't feel the same. Now you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's actually a great thing because that's your awareness as I am, source, highest self, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it. That's your inner power knocking on the door, sounding alarms that there's a clog in the flow. This ain't how it's supposed to be. This is not why we are here. We are not here to voluntarily buy lifetime tickets to the struggle bus. No, that's not what we're doing here. And you know that. And as a result, you've probably been doing all the things, affirming, scripting, visualizing, standing on your head, or whatever you think you must do other than just choose to be who you are naturally. The one and the only operant power of your reality. But here's another question to ask. Do you actually comprehend what it means to be the operant power? Let's just take knowing and believing, let's just knock those off the table. Do you comprehend what that means? To be the operant power in the context of manifestation and Neville Goddard's teachings, or anyone else who teaches like Neville did as a result of Neville or whatever, refers to the belief that you have the ability to shape your reality through your thoughts and imagination. It implies that you are the primary force, the operant power in creating your own experiences through only your choices, and that by changing your internal state and beliefs, you can influence your external world. Now, I know I was a little bit dramatic with the emphasis of you and your, but are you catching what I'm putting down? Did I mention anything about your parents, your SP, your boss? Did I mention anybody else other than YOU? No. So in essence, your inner state of being reflects as your external state of experiences. Period, point blank. If you're misplacing and assigning the power to the 3D, here's what's happening. You are re-choosing an old story and therefore continuing to kick that old can down the road of your experiences. But here's the beautiful thing about this whole thing. You want to experience something different. All you got to do is just choose a different can of thoughts, preferably a can of thoughts that will cause you to experience what lights you up within, full of joy, safety, peace, harmony, love, satisfaction, and abundance. The gag here is that you've been kicking a very specific can of thoughts, aka your identity, aka who you assume yourself to be, to the point of no longer wanting it anymore. And that's okay. Actually, that's your right. It's perfect, because that's what's meant by your God-given, universal, spirit, source, highest self's gift to you. Like, that is your inheritance. Creation is already done. There's nothing for you to do, just to be. The world has already been conquered on your behalf. That's how freaking amazing you are, how wonderful you are. All you're required to do is choose from infinite choices on a menu that was created just for you. Recently, I heard the song Ready by Tems on her album titled Born in the Wild. I've been stuck on Ready and Hold On for about a week because they've really spoken to me. But this morning, as I was driving in my car, Burning started to play, and it made me think of the Bible verse referring to beauty for ashes, or being given beauty for ashes. Isaiah 61, chapter 61, verse 3 says, actually that was the verse, but I will link the song, Tim's song, Burning, with its lyrics in the description. But Isaiah 61:3 says, to console those who mourn in Zion, to give them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they may be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he may be glorified. Now, this channel isn't religious. Basically, I see the Bible as from a metaphysical standpoint of basically being a story about me and the many states of identity that I can and probably have assumed in life. But at the end of it all, regardless of the circumstances that certain individuals in the Bible have experienced, they always come out on top. everything is always perfect. And that's why in the manifestation community, you hear circumstances don't matter, because they don't. Only you can decide if they do matter or how they matter. You are the only one assigning meaning. And I know people call it a game and whatnot. Look, call it whatever you need to make it, to become one with it, to become one with the truth of who you are. Because, we're promised a transformation from mourning and despair to joy and praise, replacing ashes with beauty. That's our promise. You don't have to suffer if that is what you assume your current circumstances to be representative of. You're the only operant power. You're the one with the only authority. Only you can choose differently for yourself. And by doing so, everything and everyone shifts according to your inner command. Now, another thing in the manifestation community, shifting, like, y'all, shifting is just choosing. Once you choose, you've shifted. How long you stay in that moment of shifting depends on you. Because every now moment, that's all we have. So you're shifting. I couldn't even, our human brains do not have the capacity to fathom the infinite possibilities that are ours solely on our word. So, the 3D will only give you a reflection of who you say you are. That's its only job, to reflect back to you proof of you, because you are the proof. You are the only solution. That's it. That's it. So at this point, it's a matter of you getting your reps in. For those, for my Jimmies out there, my gym brats, what happens when you get your reps in? You build muscle, you shed fat, good stuff in, bad stuff out kind of situation, So it's just you. And only you can be accountable to you to get your reps in on the state of being that you choose to be. That's it. That's it. And if stuff pops off, in the 3D that you don't like, guess what? Be like, you know what? I see that, but guess what? That ain't me. No, this is me. And it gives you an opportunity, or as Exo Autumn, another YouTube creator, always says, it's an invitation to remember who you are. And you are the only one with the memory here. There is no past, there is no future, there's just the now moment. So before I get too deep into that, here are some self-inquiry questions to ask to get a finger on your pulse as it relates to what you are assuming. Question 1, what am I assuming about my life, love, people, money, or success? Pro tip, hit all of those categories plus whatever you think is relevant to you. Hit them all. Just lay it all out. Write it down. Talk about it in a memo app. However you need to get it out. Get it out so you can see with your human eyes how limited you have been, choosing for yourself. And okay, before before I go there. Second question, where do my assumptions contradict my heart's desires? So basically your wants, your desires. I like to say it's my heart's desire because I'm love. I am love. You're love. Love transcends, conquers all. Who is love? God, universe, source. Like they not out to get us, even though they is one thing because we're all one with everything. Because we're whole and complete. Here's an affirmation. I now burn the old story and receive the beauty that has always been mine. All right, guys, that's all I got for now. I think it's dope that you listened, and I intend this message landed in the right spot, like this one. Fuck the 3D, there's just big me. And you, of course, too. Peace.